Brothers and sisters in Islam, the story I share with you today is so important because we often ask the question, why is this happening to me? Why me? Why not somebody else? Instead of bearing patience and waiting for Allah's plan to unfold before us. Listen carefully to the story, then reflect. وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Quran orders you reflect. وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ on such circumstances in your life and how you reacted to them. Then decide on how you will react in the future. Oftentimes, we are our own worst enemy. Many years ago, in a poor Chinese village, there lived a farmer and his son. His only material possession, apart from the land and a small hut, was a horse which he inherited from his father. One day the horse ran away, leaving the man with no animal with which to work the land. His neighbors, who respected him for his honesty and diligence, went to his house to say how much they regretted his loss. He thanked them for their visit, but asked, "How do you know that what has happened was a misfortune in my life? How do you know?" Someone muttered to a friend, "He obviously doesn't want to face facts." How do you say that? He doesn't want to face the facts. But let him think what he likes. After all, it's better than being said about it. It also is God. And the neighbors went away, pretending to agree with what he had said. They pretended. They were not happy with what he said. A week later, the horse returned to its stable. But it was not alone. It brought with it a beautiful mare for company. The inhabitants of the village were thrilled when they heard the news. For only then did they understand the reply the man had given them, and they went back to the farmer's house to congratulate him on his good fortune. Instead of one horse, you've got two. Congratulations, they said. "Many thanks for your visit and for your solidarity," replied the farmer. "But how do you know what has happened was a blessing in my life?" The neighbors were rather put out and decided that the man must be going mad. He lost the thing, we told him he's got one else. You got for one, two, again now you got something else. And as they left, they said, "Doesn't this man realize that the horse is a gift from Allah?" A month later, the farmer's son decided to train to break the mare in. To break the mare in means he's going to train it now. However, the animal buckled wildly and threw the boy off. The boy fell awkwardly and broke his leg. The neighbors returned to the farmer's house, bringing presents, flowers, chocolates for the injured boy. The mayor of the village solemnly presented his condolences to the father, saying how sad they all were about what had occurred. The man thanked them for their visit and for their kindness, but he asked, "How do you know what has happened was a misfortune in my life?" These words left everyone dumbstruck, because they were all quite sure that the son's accident was a real tragedy to this old man. As they left the farmer's house, they said to each other, this old man has gone mad. His only son could be left permanently crippled, and he's not sure whether the accident was a misfortune or not. A few months went by, and Japan declared war on China. The emperor's emissaries scoured the country for healthy young men to be sent to the front. When they reached the village, they recruited all the young men except the farmer's son, whose leg had not yet mended. None of the young men came back alive. The son recovered, and the two horses produced baby horses that were all sold for a good price. The farmer went to visit his neighbors to console and to help them, since they had always shown him such solidarity. Whenever any of them complained, the farmer would say, how do you know that what had happened was a misfortune? If someone was overjoyed about something, he would ask, how do you know that what had happened was a blessing? And the people of the village came to understand that life has other meanings that go beyond mere appearances. Let this be a reminder to all of us here this evening that with patience and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will learn that the test Allah put us through is for our benefit and not for our loss. Things happen. We think it is a misfortune, but as time goes by, you find it to be a great blessing. So let us have trust in Allah. That's why I ask you, read every day 450 times. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. It is a very powerful wazifa. It is a very powerful dua in the Holy Quran, in the fourth surah. وَقَالُوا حَسْبُنَا اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ. Ya Allah, 450 times, first thing in the morning. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, whoever gets up first thing in the morning and recites 450 times, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Ya Allah, I put my trust in you and you will do the best for me. Allah orders the angels, oh angels, my servant, first thing when his eyes open, he has pleaded to me, Ya Allah, do the best for me. Oh angels, I order you, do good for him for the day. So take this advantage. Start from this blessed month of Ramadan. Every morning, you perform your Fajr Salah, read 450 times. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. And inshallah, we're putting our trust in Allah, and Allah will do good for us, inshallah. And let us have patience, because patience is a very important part of a true believer's life. We go through tests, yes, but when we have patience, Allah says, Inna Allah ma'as-sabirin. Allah is with those who have patience. So inshallah, that is another great quality of a believer. May Allah give us these qualities. May Allah endow us with these qualities and let us be steadfast in these qualities, inshallah. Our trust in Allah and our patience, inshallah. And may Allah give us the death with the kalima. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.